This is a pretty intense video from what I've seen. I kind of want to watch it, but it's a lot. Let's watch it.
And all my lesbian friends can control themselves.
That's good. I'm very happy about that. I'm just trying to express the world that we live in.
I get it.
I have a hard
Count
time with
Dooku
clothes.
super chatted $1.99. I've been looking forward to this.
Thank you, Count Dooku. Give me a minute. I'm going to pause the alerts now.
It's so tight. Because it makes a lot of men that are like me out there, honey. And I know it's not your problem, and you can say that all you want, and that's fine. I'm speaking from my heart. If you weren't my daughter and I saw you dressed like that, I'd struggle with it.
So listen, okay. I'm like half on board with what this person is saying. So this so far is a dad that's apparently the daughter's dressed in a way that's considered inappropriate. And he's like, I don't think you should dress like that. That's perfectly reasonable. I think it's perfectly reasonable boundary for a dad to be like, yeah, don't dress like that. There are gross men out there that are going to like do gross things and they're going to like make gross comments. And I want you to protect yourself. But the comment of saying, if you weren't my daughter and I saw you dressed like that, I'd struggle with it. That is not communicating. Why would you need to struggle with it? Why would you struggle with that? Right? Like, I get it. I feel like we're at that point on the internet where people are like, if they're like, yeah, I don't want my daughter wearing like booty shorts around the house. I think it's gross. I don't want to see my daughter like that. And people are like, yeah, you're a pedophile. That's not true. Like, the dad just doesn't want to see that. You know what I mean? It's like they just don't want to see it. They think it's inappropriate. They think it's gross. But if you struggle with like watching young girls your daughter's age like dress like that, that's gross. Like, dude, I'm not going to want my daughter to dress like that. It's gross. Right? It's the same reason I don't want to watch my mom walk around in a fucking bra and panties. I don't think my mom's hot or sexy, but I don't want to see her in like that sexualized way. It's fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? That's like your family. But to say I would honey, I would struggle with that myself. Why? Why would you struggle with that? Why would you struggle with that? What's the struggle? I don't get that.
And that's wrong.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And I wish that there were things I could do in my perspective to help that from happening. And all I can do in my perspective, because of who I am, is pray.
I mean, yeah, if we're being super generous, he's just trying to communicate to her as effectively as possible. I feel like what he's saying is kind of creepy. The absolute best, and this is being tremendously charitable to this guy, is that like he is some kind of sexual deviant that is super religious and like religion is actually working for him to not be a disgusting fuck. But the way that he's talking about this to me is what over the line. I would just say like go put something else on. You're not leaving the house like that. That's all I would say. I'm not struggling with anything. Okay? You're going to be struggling to not be able to talk to your friends. I'm taking away your phone. I'm not gonna buy you. I wouldn't let my wife buy clothes like that for my daughter. Whatever he's talking about. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to struggle with anything. It's disgusting. That's your daughter. What are you saying that shit?
What?
About this video makes my fucking skin crawl. The tone.
Oh, I didn't know that 2/3 of this was going to be commentary from somebody like this.
The fact that he went into her room to have this conversation. The fact that he's even having this.
Well, the fact that he went to her room to have a conversation is irrelevant to me. I feel like that's going. Like, I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I think he was just trying to talk to his daughter about this. But okay.
Conversation. Like, you really to have this conversation. The fact that he's even having this fucking conversation.
The conversation in and of itself is perfectly reasonable to have. I don't understand. This is what I'm talking about, bro. I hate people on TikTok. It's just like there's nothing nuanced there anymore. There never was, except for when I was on there. It's just like, I disagree with your opinion, and like I'm right this time, I guess. You know what I mean? I'm more right, I guess. But you don't even know why you're right. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, I think it's perfectly reasonable to ask your daughter to like not wear clothes, depending on what it is. You know what I mean? I'm going to assume that it was like a little provocative. He's like, you're not wearing that. That's a perfectly normal thing for a father to do. Like I said, it's not like oh, you think your daughter's sexy? Let me ask you a question. Let's say your daughter's walking around like something inappropriate, or I feel inappropriate, like booty shorts and like a really low cut shirt, like something, and she's like, I'm gonna go out like this. I'd say, no, you're not. That's too sexual. You know, I don't want you going out like that. And you'd be like, oh, so you find me sexy? Okay, no. Take that same clothing that's on the daughter, put it on your mom. Do you want to see that? Personally, I don't. I love my mother to death. I don't want to see her in fucking booty shorts and some weird fucking like string top. Okay? There's nothing to do with me finding it sexy. It has something to do with me not wanting to look at somebody that is a family member with sexualized clothing. Because it's weird. It has nothing to do. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have gaslit themselves. Especially since, like, we know, bro. Like, listen, there are bad men and there are bad women. But there's a lot more creepy men that'll comment on women's bodies than there are creepy women who will comment on women's bodies. So as a father, as a man, it's your responsibility to protect your son and daughter, mostly your daughter in this instance, from being ogled. So you do the best thing that you can do to teach your kid to be safe. Because, like, we can sit here and we can educate society as much as we can on, like, how you shouldn't make other women uncomfortable. I agree, we should do that. But at the end of the day, bad people are going to keep doing bad things. You know what I mean? It's the same reason why we teach kids to look both ways before crossing the street. Yeah, the car should be paying attention and not hit you. But you want to know what? They're going to do it. Somebody's going to be an asshole and they're going to do it. You need to do the best that you can to protect yourself. You know what I mean? I hate to quote Ben Shapiro, but, like, you know, you shouldn't be walking through a neighborhood with $100 over your head. If you got robbed, it's not your fault. But you didn't need to, but that wasn't helping. You know what I'm saying? Doing this wasn't helping. That's why, like, I hate the discourse on TikTok. There's just nothing intelligent about the discourse. Everybody's a fucking predator now. Everything's a this, everything's a that, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean?
Like, you really sat there and ignored what she just said.
I don't
Her
think she said
lesbian
anything.
friends who are attracted to the very exact same thing you are attracted to, sir, have self-control enough to not act the way you do when you see something you like.
Now, listen, I don't know what the statistics are about lesbians committing sexual offenses, whatever. I don't really care. I would argue most people's friends would be more respectful to the person that they're friends with. It's like, yeah, my lesbian friends are, yeah, okay, they're your friends. But I don't care about lesbian friends. I care about the guy on the street that's 10 years older than you, that's going to whistle at you and maybe follow you to your car and make you uncomfortable. And I want to do the most that we can do to mitigate that. So you want to know what? Dress up. Sorry. And if that guy does something to you, it's not your fault. But, like, do your best to, like, you know, keep yourself safe, man. That's all it's about. We don't need to turn this into, like, a whole, like, oh, see, lesbians are better than straight guys. Maybe. Who cares, bro? It's just about keeping your daughter safe. You know?
You ignored that by choice and continued your creepy ass speech. I call it a speech because
that part
there
was true.
Legit no logic behind
No,
it.
there was actually a lot of logic behind it. The problem is that the dad was still creepy because he's like, I would struggle if you were my daughter. Ew. Why? What are you, like 30 or 40 years old? I would struggle if I don't know how old the girl is. Let's say she's like 16. I would struggle if I saw a 16-year-old dressed like that. Why? I wouldn't struggle at all. You know what I would do? If I saw a 16-year-old girl dressed like really like sexualized in public, after I walk past her, I turn to my wife and say, what a shame. That's what I do. And she'd go, yep. I'm going to judge you. If you dress like something like that in public and you're a child, I'm going to judge you and your parents and to my wife. We're going to be gossipy about it. We're going to get to that car and be like, what a terrible parents. That's what we're going to do. And you'd be like, oh, that's horrible. So stop doing it, bro. I don't give a fuck. That's what we're going to do. We're going to gossip. We're going to be like, what kind of a parent lets their daughter dress like that? That's what we're going to do. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. That's what's going to happen, dude. That's what's going to happen. Because we're catty. That's what dog sounds. Meow, 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 meow. There you go. I don't give a fuck. That's what we're going to do. If you want to save yourself the embarrassment, okay, send her to the church. Put her in a nun outfit. Okay, put her in the robes. Put her in the garb. Okay? Buy some appropriate clothes. Buy her a nice pair of pants and a nice shirt. Okay? Doesn't need to be walking around with like fucking I don't even want to say. Okay? I don't even want to say.
It was disgusting. Apparently you're the stepfather, which makes it even more fucking disgusting.
Oh, is that her stepfather? That does make it really weird.
God only fucking knows what you would do if you could.
This is the problem with porn. Stepfather's probably like, I saw porn like this before. Ugh.
For you to sit there and be like, I wish there was something that I can do. Yeah. Fucking go to therapy. Go fucking learn about self-control. Go understand that that's not normal. That's some predator-ass mentality bullshit.
I agree. I just feel like she thinks the entire conversation came off as like potentially predatory, whereas my part was more like the, if you weren't my daughter, I'd struggle. That's the part that makes me very uncomfortable.
Oh, you're gonna sit there and rely on faith. Oh my God. Talk about we're fucking doomed. So back in the day when women were fully clothed and they showed the little ankle, y'all lost your fucking minds.
Okay.
Crop tops became a thing. Y'all lost your fucking minds.
Okay.
Now you can't even be fully clothed wearing tight clothing.
I don't even know what the clothing is they're referring to. It was never established at all in the video. What is this? 2 minutes and 10 seconds in? There's nothing established in here that what you're saying. Oh, I guess downstairs is POV. You come home from the gym wearing tight clothes. I don't know the specifics. It could have been an overreaction. We never got to see her clothing, so I don't really know. But fundamentally, I agree with like policing of clothing.
Lose their fucking minds.
Yeah, this is the video.
At what point do y'all not like? When are you gonna get it through your heads? It's not us. It's you. It don't matter what the fuck we're wearing. You guys sexualize women no matter what.
Yeah.
She could have fucking been working out in a fucking potato sack, and you would still be like, "Damn, shorty, them lumps."
Probably not. I mean, it really has to do with an association with like sexualization in particular clothing. If she was just in a gym outfit, then that makes it extra creepy. And I don't agree with like the policing of a gym outfit, like yoga pants or whatever. But again, like fundamentally, if she's dressing like super inappropriately, I get it.
So like, ugh, bro. Now I get it. Now I fucking get it. Because my mom used to always say after my father, like after she kicked that bitch out, she would always say that she was not replacing, no one's taking his space because of this. Because men are fucking creepy.
Some are, sure.
Holy shit, us women are so fucked. I fucking hate it here, bro.
Okay.
I fucking hate it here.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.